Girl, hey! What? What? What is up,
Besties? How are y'all doing this fine hour?
Everybody and their mamas, how are you?
How are you doing? I hope you're doing very well.
I hope so too, guys. So bless their hearts.
Bless their hearts. That's one of my favorites.
That is one of my favorite digs of like, oh, bless their heart.
Bless their heart. Ugh.
Just like, you know what? She's just so messed up. Like, bless her.
That's the epitome of like Southern, just,
Oof.
that's mean and rude in a classy
But you know
way.
what? That goes right into our topic of today. That is why I love me some American women.
America.
I love America. Sometimes.
America. Listen. What we're going to talk about today, it's not, listen, if you guys are January 6ers and stuff, this is not what we mean. Okay? We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, we acknowledge.
Right.
Acknowledge. We were born with certain... First of all, who are we? We're just getting right on into it. Hey.
Right.
Hey, Bessie.
I'm Kellyanne.
And I'm Jen.
Nice to meet you. Guys, this episode, as much as we're going to try, is going to be a little bit more unhinged just because
oh yeah,
Jen and I have not spoken all week.
Right.
So you're for real looking into one of our phone calls.
It's giving catch up.
It's giving, how are you? Are you alive and well?
Knock, knock.
Also, let's give a little bit of an acknowledgement for the hair for Miss Jen.
She's back.
Look at those lines. Wow. Section.
Crispy.
Wow.
Yeah. The Sorin, she was cured. But it's hot outside. It is not the vibe. No. Summer equals braids. Everybody knows that.
Right. Come on.
If you're black, yes. And if you're not black, now you know.
You should know
Moving
that.
On.
Yeah. Back to what we were saying. We are not January 6ers.
No.
When we say we love America, no, there's a little bit of what's the word? Satire in there.
Absolutely. Here's the thing. We understand we were born with certain privileges being American.
Absolutely.
And there are just certain things that I will never give up ever in my life because I'm American. And we will talk extensively about that. But before we get into that, this episode's very special.
Oh, so special.
For so many reasons. Number one, shout out to Mama Chocolate.
Gita.
Hey. Shout out to Marguerite. She really suggested this video topic, so big up to Marguerite.
Big ups to Gita. She was like, yo, why don't you do that? And we said, yes.
Period. You're right.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And
so, yeah.
It really is a sleigh. It really is a sleigh.
And I hope that, like, if you guys have traveled, not saying, like, we're, like, the world travelers of the world. There's a lot of places we have to go to.
Absolutely.
But we've definitely... Loading. There's definitely a lot of places that we have gone and a lot of places we've gone together.
Yep.
And it's just so special. So if you're not traveling with your bestie, go travel with your bestie.
Literally.
As I try to, like, not get my hair in my lip gloss and eat it.
No, traveling with your best friend is really, it's an experience. If you haven't had it, like, you just have to have it. It's
like, if you have a great friend like I do, then it's really special. Because it's like, it just makes sense. Like, there's no, like, there's no fighting. There's no, like, oh my gosh, like, this is gonna ruin us. That has never happened. No. Knock on wood.
Right.
But
knock on a brown person.
He's equating it to the same thing.
If there's no wood available, that's the next thing I'm gonna go for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, though, no, 100%. I think because Kayla and I have traveled together, really short and long and wide. Like, we've done short distance, we've done long distances.
Right.
But through that, we've learned certain things about one another. And because of that, we just have like unspoken rules
Right.
between each other.
Right.
Like,
And there's no need like we always sit down before a trip and like, okay, what are the top 5 things we need to do?
right,
All right, you got it. Like,
right. Everyone gets their
so
picks. So it's not
right.
like we only did what you want to do and we only did
Oh
what
my
you want
god.
to do. No,
I don't feel hurt. No.
no.
That's not
And
happening
chances
here, partner.
are it's like we'll pick 5 and 5. Realistically, we're going to get to 2 or 3 and we're both
Right.
like over it.
I'm done.
So,
right. But we'll get more into that later.
correct.
But we're just going to talk about, where have we gone, Jen? Let's share with the class.
So I feel like the most recent is New York City.
Yes.
But it's like it was different. Like, yes, you came to visit me, but we've also
I think
traveled
even
here
before
together.
that, yeah,
Right.
we've traveled here together. Before you moved, we did like
Right.
quite a few trips.
Yeah,
up
actually.
there. And even like before we moved to our respective cities, we both traveled there a couple times together, just to get the vibe, and just to like check in and be like, "You still
Do
want
you really want this? Okay.
You still want it? Okay, just check it.
Okay. Just
because
checking.
Next time you're here, I won't be here, so I'm just checking.
Right. It's like, do you really like
you like it?
this? Okay, cool.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Every time we traveled to New York, it was always an adventure. Something.
Right.
New York is just New York. You know what I mean?
New York is
you
like,
could do nothing and it would
Right.
still be the most fun.
Right. Yeah. New York was like always. It was always like, well, there's so much that you can do. Like,
Right.
you could do this. There's really a vibe for anybody. Like Chicago,
Exactly.
like there's a vibe anywhere. You want to do this? All right. You want to go to a museum? All right. You want to go to a club? All right. You want to go to the ferry? Let's go. I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
No, but really, like, I think that's what's been really cool about traveling together in our respective cities is like we got to explore them as like tourists before we got to live in them, and really just be like, you guys, I'm gonna live over here, or actually like this is gonna be my spot.
Right.
But it was just like fun, and now we can go back to those places and be like, oh wait, I actually get here now.
But now when like you either come to visit me or I come to visit you, it's cool because now we kind of get to play tourist again. I'm like, hey, like this is what I found while you were gone. This is what you missed on Glee. Like, this is my spot. This is where I get my, I don't drink coffee, but like, this is where I get my breakfast.
Period.
This is where I eat when I'm sad. Like, there's all those places that we find apart. And then we come together.
Exactly.
Right.
And then it's like, I can't wait because I'm like, okay, when I go to Chicago, I know exactly where I need to go.
Right.
Because she's been hyping it up for the last 4 months.
Right. And I'm like, but no. We got a new one. On rotation.
Add it to the list.
Right. I think another fun trip memory for us was when we went on a family cruise together.
Literally, I'm not even going to lie. That is definitely a core memory and one of, I think, the most special trips I've ever been on. Like, literally loved it so much. I loved it so much.
It was really like, it was like a step, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
A milestone.
A milestone in our friendship.
It definitely was.
Because, like, we've hung out around my family. Like, we've done that before.
Right.
New Year's, whatever, Thanksgivings.
Right.
But this was a trip. So, like you knew me.
Days.
We hung out. But you didn't know them. In their vacation mode,
Right.
And you got to know them.
But I loved it. I really did love it. And it just, like, we're family. Like, we say that all the time. But it really just solidified, like, no. Like, we're actually family. Like, I'm here. Like, hello.
The fact that, like, really one of the last days, I got sick. Like, terribly. Like, I wanted to die. And Jen's just out there. I thought she would be by my side and take care of me and comfort me in my time of need. No, she's hanging out with my family.
We went to the pool, the Windjammer.
Shout out to the Windjammer. I've always, this is a side note, but like anytime I'm on a cruise, the amount of bread I consume,
it's there.
Ridiculous.
Why wouldn't
There's so much bread that I eat just because it's like, I don't know what to eat. Bread.
And it's bussin'. It is every single time. Every time. But no, and I think what was really cool about that trip too is like, yes, we went on a cruise, but then we also got to visit other places while we were on the
Right.
cruise. So it was just like fun. Like I was like, oh my god, like
It's a new
today's an
adventure every
island
day.
sleigh.
Right.
What's an island sleigh for today? It was just fun. Like it was
Yeah.
very fun, drinking, vibes, loved it.
Right. Drinking
I think
hacks.
another many. We can get into that another episode. I think another one of my favorite trips that we did together was when we went to Houston.
That was a very good trip.
It was so random.
Well, it wasn't that random. It was more of like, I'm not letting you do this journey by yourself. Like,
I had to go for things. I had to be there to deal with some situations. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go. Right. And then Kill's like, what do you mean you're going to go? And I'm like,
I said, absolutely not.
Go.
First of all, if we talked about that last episode, you're directionally challenged.
Listen, I live in the city.
At that point, no, you didn't. So no, she wasn't listen, I will give Jen props. I just dropped something. She's gotten so much better at directions, but at that point in time, I was like, I'm not letting you.
It was non-existent by.
There's no way.
I've always said this, and I said this, I think, in previous episodes. If I didn't, I'm going to say it again. Majority of my friends, earth signs. Mm-hmm. There's a reason for that, you know?
Right.
I know that they're going to guide me. They will lead me to where I need to go. And if we're going on a trip, I know that they, first of all, they love to do it. Right. And I love to do it with them and let them do it. So
yeah, that being said, I was not letting that girl go by herself because she's so like,
la-di-da-di-da.
She's like, I'm in Houston. Boom, getting hit by a truck. I wasn't going to let that happen.
But about Houston, see, my la-di-da-ness let us have a lit night with random people.
I think I was also a part of that.
Well, yeah, because we were already a little tipsy.
Well, yeah. First of all, Houston... I was already excited because I was like, oh my God, Beyonce.
I've never been there. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that's also the other thing. I was like, you're going to go to Houston. I got to complete my Drake. What is it? Trifecta. Right. Like, I got to get it done. So Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, got it.
Right. She's done.
So I was like, I have to go. Sorry.
But yeah. And honestly, maybe that was a cool night trip. It was so random.
Imagine if you had went by yourself.
I can't. I can't imagine going by myself.
You really couldn't have gone by yourself.
I think it would have just been like, I wouldn't know what to have done with myself. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm not who I am today where I would just be like, oh, I'm by myself. Okay, vibes.
Right.
Like I had an iota of that, but nowhere near to where it is right now. So I don't even think I'd be comfortable enough to like, oh, I'm going to go out by myself. Like, But yeah, so grateful she came. And it was so much fun. Like, it was so much fun.
Dude, the way I always think about the Breakfast Club, shout out to the Breakfast Club, and their grits.
Stop it. I could have that right now. Are you
joshing me? The grits. Listen, I just want to preface this. I know. In episode 4, we said we were never going to talk about food ever again. But I have to. And I already ate, so I'm good.
Right.
But those
and
grits,
also, listen, they were fire. Oh my God. And the biscuit.
Oh, the chicken.
The chicken was so good. Yeah.
Oh.
We got to go back.
Yeah, we do got to go back. We got to do Houston, right? Because, like, we really just stayed downtown. Like.
Right. And we were we were, like, freshly 21 at the time.
Were we? Yeah. Freshly.
Yeah. Freshly. Yeah. So we didn't know, like, oh my God, like, what do you do?
So we'll tell this story. So when we went to this arcade place that I found out on TikTok, we need TikTok to sponsor us so bad. So like,
listen,
hey, we found this like arcade place and they serve alcohol there, and so
they make their own ciders in house.
Right,
super cool.
And so we're like, and we were on a cider kick. I think then. So we're
shout out to Ash.
Yes, right. So we're like, yes, please. Right. So we went, and it was like a great deal. I think it was like what, like $15 for like all day.
Yeah, like unlimited games.
Right. And
It
there
was
was
so cool.
millions of games. So whatever. So we were there. We're drinking. We're walking around with our little things.
Right.
And we see these people playing Dance Dance. I wanted to play Dance Dance Revolution.
Correct.
And so we went over there and we saw these
we
people
see like
playing.
a little group, a little
and
trio.
So Jen was like, "Oh my gosh, can like we have next game, like whatever?" And they were like, "Oh my god, yeah." So we got to talking with them. I played.
And we were hyping them up. Right.
We were like 8.
And I think it would have just been like I wouldn't know what to have done with myself. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm not who I am today where I would just be like, "Oh, I'm by myself." Okay, vibes.
Right.
Like I had an iota of that, but nowhere near to where it is right now. So I don't even think I'd be comfortable enough to like, "Oh, I'm going to go out by myself." Like But yeah, so grateful she came. And it was so much fun. Like, it was so much fun.
Dude, the way I always think about the Breakfast Club, shout out to the Breakfast Club, and their grits.
Stop it. I could have that right now.
Are you joshing me? The grits. Listen, I just want to preface this. I know. In episode 4, we said we were never going to talk about food ever again. But I have to. And I already ate, so I'm good.
Right.
But those
and
grits,
also, listen, they were fire. Oh my god! And the biscuit.
Oh, the chicken.
The chicken was so good. Yeah.
Oh,
we gotta go back.
Yeah, we do gotta go back. We gotta do Houston, right? Because like we really just stayed downtown, like.
Right, and we were 20. We were like freshly 21 at the time.
Were we? Yeah. Freshly.
Yeah. Freshly. Yeah. So we didn't know like, oh my god, like what do you do?
So we'll tell this story. So when we went to this arcade place that I found out on TikTok, we need TikTok to sponsor us so bad. So like,
listen,
hey, we found this like arcade place and they serve alcohol there, and so
they make their own ciders in house.
Right,
super cool.
And so we're like, and we were on a cider kick, I think then. So we're
shout out to Ash.
Yes, right. So we were like, yes, please. Right. So we went, and it was like a great deal. I think it was like what, like $15 for like all day.
Yeah, like unlimited games.
Right. And
it was so cool.
Millions of games. So whatever. So we were there. We're drinking. We're walking around with our little things.
Right.
And we see these people playing Dance Dance. I wanted to play Dance Dance Revolution.
Correct.
And so we went over there, and we saw these people
playing. We see like
playing.
a little group, a little trio.
So Jen was like, "Oh my gosh, can like we have next game, like whatever?" And they were like, "Oh my god, yeah." So we got to talking with them.
We were hyping them up. Right.
We were like 8. And so we get to like talking with them. They're from Houston. They mentioned like they go to Miami all the time. We're like, "Oh my god, we're from Miami."
Period. Right.
Quote unquote. Please. And so we're like talking with them, and they're like, "Well, actually, like we're about to leave. Like, do you guys want to come with us?" We're like.
And you guys, we have to explain everything, okay? Number 1, we had met these people 5 minutes ago. Number 2, this was like, when was this? Like 2021. It was like still pandemic, still not like that weird vibe. So like we literally got in these strangers' cars. Because they were trustworthy. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry. We did dangerous things. We got into a stranger's car.
But they were so trustworthy. It was like 2 women and a gay man. Like, name a more safe environment.
Come on. I'm like, yeah, you guys can take me to the candy factory. Like, no problem.
Well, one, we were hungry.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No.
Yes.
Backtrack. We had taken a nap that day. We had basically not eaten all day.
And we drank Trulies.
We got like a pack of Trulies. And we went downstairs to the Starbucks and got like a venti Starbucks cup and ice.
Yep.
Shout out to Lexi. Period. She taught us that. And so we drank that. Jen was making me chug it outside of the arcade place.
Because we can't bring it in.
So we were not in our right frame of mind. But like, thank God we weren't.
Right. Because we ended up going to a random bar, like a club. And because one of the girls worked there, like she's a bartender there.
Right.
And so we got free admission and then we got free drinks literally the whole night. and literally
Ooh.
the night of our lives. Music,
so much fun.
10.
The music
Dancing
to the
10.
tens. Like, it was so much fun, and we had just met these people.
Literally. And we were all just like lollygagging, like we had been besties for the rest of
Besties for the rest of our lives.
Right.
Like, we still
But
follow
you know
them.
what?
Shout out.
Period. Shout out. You know you are.
You know
Shout
you
out to
are.
y'all. But no, honestly, that goes to show you, like, yes, are we in scary times in the world?
Absolutely.
Would I say trust every stranger that you meet? No. However, there is something that is just so magical that happens when you just meet people and it just clicks. And
right. Like, you're
not scared. Right.
You can plan a whole trip and like be so restricted. But there's something so freeing about like just like letting the day go.
Let it go. Yeah.
And just
go with
like
the flow.
be like, well, we could have been like, well, we're hungry, so we're gonna go to Olive Garden and I don't know.
And just like go back to the hotel and watch movies and sleep and cry.
Or we can go with these random people who promised us tacos.
And they got us bomb tacos.
Dude.
Bomb.
Talk about Tex-Mex. That's just for real.
So freaking good. And it was literally a taco truck outside of the club. And I was like, first of all, why is
not
this
even
outside
thing,
like, everywhere?
It was like in like the like
in the parking lot. Like a pavilion.
Like a pavilion-ish outside. Yep. So like there was like security, pavilion-ish tacos with the trucks, and then going inside.
It was magnificent. It was excellent. It was wonderful. And it was such a great trip. It was just such a great trip. And I really loved it. Like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We gotta go back.
Right. We're gonna go back.
And best believe we're gonna contact our friends and be like, hey, friends.
Round 2. Part 2. They literally invited. They were going to Tulum that year, and they're like, "You guys want to come?"
Yeah.
And we're like,
"We didn't go."
No.
Shocker.
It would have been one step at a time. Oh, it would have been so fun.
It would have been
the
a great time.
They got was gorgeous. It was beautiful.
It was so nice.
Oh my god. But yeah. Speaking of international travel, so Kayleigh and I, from young ages,
let's take you back. Let's take it back to
actually freshman year of high school.
Yeah, freshman year of high school. You know, when 2017 seems so far away.
Right. Because we were in the 2013.
Like, well, we just started high school yesterday.
Right.
So we have to plan our senior trip.
Right. We have to go big and go hard and go
where
home.
Are we going to go?
Right.
And so we planned out as we there's so many trips.
Listen, planned. We got a lot of things backlogged.
A lot of Google Docs of ungone trips.
They're loading. That's what they are.
Right.
And so that
they needed a little
ready,
time to ferment like wine, you know?
Because you know what? We can look back at our plans that we made like a couple years ago and then be like, that was really That's really so cute that we thought we were going to do that.
That was so cute.
Add a budget on that, okay? Up the budget on that. Okay, like, cool. Yeah. Up.
So we planned an entire trip based on Jennifer's father's hotel points. My father's airline miles that I found out later didn't exist. Yeah. And so then fast forward, we're now freshmen, sophomores in college.
Well, we have to. Where were we planning on going? What was our dream?
So we were like, let's dream big. Where are we going?
Dream big. Big dream. Yeah.
I said, I love One Direction. We're going to London. So we planned a whole trip to London. And it was honestly kind of a good plan. It was like the basis of our plan.
Got the skeleton down.
Right.
Like down.
So, then fast forward, sophomore year? I want to say
sophomore year of college. Yep.
Sophomore year of college. I'm like, Jen, you really disappointed me. We didn't go on our trip. I just remembered yesterday. Like, I've been upset for a whole 24 hours. And we have to go. And she's like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. And I'm like, girl. Get with it. She was really holding out on me.
I think at the time, it was just like wild. And it was really wild because when you're 18, 19, whatever, the idea of like stop. Please. The idea of like going abroad or whatever,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like you want it so bad that like the
Right.
idea of it not happening is so sad to you that you'd rather just not even go. So I was
Right.
like, "Oh, no, we can't go. What do you mean? We can't go?"
And I said,
And Kayla's
"Figure
literally
it
like,
out."
"Why?" Right. I don't know what was like I woke up one night and I said, "All right, this is
No,
it,
what
Michael
happened was
Jackson."
you called the government.
Period.
And you said,
Shout out, listen. Listen. Oh, be careful,
"Oh,
Jen.
don't be tapping on
You
your screen like
guys
that."
go to school, get good grades,
Right.
and be a little bit impoverished, just enough to
Just enough.
get Pell Grants and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Because, shout out, they definitely covered me to
Me
go to
too.
London, period.
My tax refund check pays for that trip.
Shout out to the Govy because I had the time of my life, not in America. So it was really great, really grand.
Yeah.
And I literally got it and I was like, okay, I did the calculations. I was like, okay, I can afford like
Mhm.
all my school stuff and whatever. And I still have a little bit left over. Yeah, it's enough to go on a trip. Let's go.
So
Let's
I
do it.
said, bet on it, Zac
Boom.
Efron.
Yep.
So we went. Well,
Booked
we
it. We
planned the
booked it
trip and we booked it.
like
And
February.
yeah,
It was like January, February.
yeah, January, February is when we like solidified everything. And then we went in May.
Yep.
And it was like after my birthday. So it was like my birthday trip.
Right.
And we went. And then last minute, we were like, hey, we should go to Paris.
Yeah, I mean, like they're like right next to each other.
And Jen said,
Might as
figure it
well.
out. So I figured it
Right.
out with the money that I had. I said, cheapest way to
get to
Googleito.
Paris.
I said,
Right.
cheapest way to get to Paris. So
And we
she
did that.
definitely told me the cheapest way.
Oh, certainly.
But back to London. We
Yes.
loved London. Did we do it
touched
right?
down.
No, we didn't.
No. Listen, we were 19 and 20. Please.
And 20. Don't forget it.
We literally touched down. We got there and we were I think the first 24 hours were like, what's going on? We're not here right now.
Let's talk about the airplane, actually. So we got on the flight again,
Right.
1920. And
Right.
I'm like, halfway, I think we're like 2 hours, 3 hours in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Can we drink on the plane?
Right. I'm like, this is British Airways.
And I'm like, but we technically left from America.
Right. So which rules apply?
Right. So I said, garçon, excuse me.
Boop. Beep beep.
I said, hey, can I drink? And he
Right.
said, this is British Airways, babes. And I said, bet. I
Pinot
said, give me
Grigio, please.
2 Sauvignon Blancs. I think I still have one of the bottles.
Oh,
actually,
same. It's
somewhere.
a cute little wine bottle. And when I tell you, Kale and I, it was like you just told us we won $1 million. Like,
Right.
that's how excited we were.
If we could, oh my God, we have to find a picture, insert picture or video here.
There's definitely something.
Oh my gosh.
Of us so excited.
So excited.
Then dinner came around.
Oh, y'all, if you have never been on an international flight where they give you food, it don't matter the airline.
Go experience
Airplane food, I don't know if it's like the same with like the Coke where it's like your taste buds are different. Airplane food is 100%. So good. It's so good.
No, listen. That food that they gave us, we got what? It was like Sunday roast or something like that, pot roast.
It was like situation. A chicken, yeah, like a chicken something.
Bussin'. It was so good.
The potatoes,
delicious,
with the little carrots. Get out of town.
It was so delicious, good. And so they were really feeding us. And our air hostess guy, like he was great.
He was great. Shout out to him.
I hope he's doing well.
I do hope he's doing well. I hope you're
listening. Stay blessed, King. But yeah, no, it was wonderful. And then we literally just kept looking out the window, and like we couldn't put 2 and 2 together. Like we're in Europe. Well, we're in The UK? What's going on?
Rewind. I lost my earring on the plane. Lost my earring. I was freaking out the whole flight, drunk, because I'm like, where's my earring?
We had 2 Sauvignon Blancs.
Right, drunk.
And they were this big. Yep.
Drunk. And so we never found the earring. Rest in peace. Actually, no. That's a lie. We did.
We did find it. It was in the middle.
No, it was 2 seats back.
It was 2 seats back?
Because I dropped it right when we were taking off. So when we took it, the earring went.
Ah.
So then when we like touched down, we were like looking for it.
Let's wait.
And then
right.
The guy behind us was like, "Is this yours?" And I said, "Yes."
Yeah, babe.
Thank you.
But yeah, we touched down. We got what was the name of the coffee shop? The popular
Costas.
Costas Coffee.
Costas Coffee.
We got on the tram.
First we had to call Chase Bank and be like, "Hey,
let me use my card, please."
Then they asked you all those questions like, "Did you attend like Lincoln whatever high school?" And you're like, "I've never heard of that in my life." He's like, "Okay, good, you passed the test."
We're
like, "Okay."
I didn't know I was gonna do security questions, but
right.
Thank you.
Thanks. We got on the train that was like an hour away, and we get to our hostel. And we're like taking pictures, like, "Oh my god, guys!"
Because we got off on King's Cross.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I know that's important, like Harry Potter. I've never seen it.
Right.
Like I've seen either the beginning,
what the fuck do you
the
know
middle,
about Harry Potter?
or the end.
Right.
I've only seen the beginning, middle, or end of each movie. Some of them, not each.
Right.
Let me not even put myself to that. But I remember being like, "Oh my god, King's Cross! This is it, Harry!
Amazing!"
Right. So then we're walking around. We get into our hostel, and it's very nice.
It's very nice.
Very nice. And we got the mixed dorm.
Right.
And so Kale and I, we bought
obviously
2 bunks.
we got 2 bunks because we're 2 people.
Right.
And so
what did we decide to do?
We said,
first of all, they didn't give us like a top and a bottom.
Right.
They gave us a top,
it was like
across,
a bottom and a
bottom. Right.
So we're like, well, that's not gonna work, babes. Right. So because I was like, where the fuck do I put my luggage?
Literally.
And so we decided that we were gonna go put our luggage at the top.
Right.
And then we were gonna sleep together at the bottom. Camp style. Throwback to episode 1 if you remember.
Right.
So
and it makes sense too because it's like we're in a foreign country.
Right.
We're gonna be together. Sorry.
In a hostel. Like, what if somebody came and like touched my toes? I needed someone to be there. I couldn't. So now you want me to go climb down and go to Jennifer's bunk, like 2 bunks away, and be like, "Hey."
And those steps were dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Because they didn't.
They were like. It wasn't.
It'd be like 1, 2, and
like,
then big gap.
Yeah, and I was
Jesus,
like,
I keep messing with this table. Anyways, but no, it was.
London was so
really
nice.
Cool.
Like, I feel like if we would have known what we know now.
Oh yeah, it's totally different experience.
First of all, we went to a club that was like barren. There was nobody there. We probably went at like 9 o'clock. And we're like, "Yeah, guys."
We're like, oh, it's so down in England.
Like, oh my god, nobody's out. Nobody parties.
It's 8:30, babe.
Babe,
8:30.
we're still eating dinner.
Right.
We just started eating dinner.
These are also Europeans. Like, they don't go out until literally 1 a.m. Like,
right. And we're here, like, shitting on them, saying it's fucking dead.
No, we're the lamos.
Right. We're going to bed when they're going out.
But then we went to, where do we go to the nice dinner? Copacabana.
Copacabana.
What? The passion fruit drink?
Ooh. When I gave him a tip and he was like kissing my feet.
Basically.
Because he was like, oh. I was like, what the fuck is he freaking out about? Like, calm down.
We're like, oh, they don't get tipped here. Oh, it's almost like people who work in those jobs in that country make livable wages and have
like get
healthcare benefits. What?
Right. What?
A concept. They have a salary. Who would have known?
What? So
crazy. Yeah. But yeah, it was really cool.
The food was great.
Yeah.
I love
Big
London.
Red Bus.
Like, dude.
It was such a slaying.
Knocked out.
Literally mouth agape.
We got like a London City pass, whatever. and we had gotten like access to the hop on hop off bus.
Yep.
So we're like, absolutely. So we did that, and we went around, and then we went to like the Shard, which is like this really tall building in London.
Right. Beautiful.
And then we went back on the bus. It was hot at that point, like super hot. We get on the bus. We there was no room to sit next to each other.
No.
So we sat next to different people. I said, that's fine.
Whatever.
The bus is going heads back, mouths agape.
Like, and noises were coming out. Like, we were so tired.
You already know I'm a snorer. Like, you best believe I was.
That's out. One thing that we never thought of in our youth, as if we're not so youthful, is this thing called breaks in between doing we did major things every single day, and we would rest for like 6 hours tops. I'm like, gotta wake up,
gotta go.
So by the end of the trip, we were done.
Yeah, done. So embarrassingly, the men next to us like tapped our shoulder and were like, it was the last stop. We made it to Buckingham Palace.
Yup. All right, let's go see the Queen.
Like taking the drill off our faces.
Literally. Honestly, in those pictures, you could probably sleep in her eyes. Sleep.
Insert picture here of us dead asleep, like
half
posing
awake.
next to. My hair is not the cutest. Like, I'm posing next to the Queen, like.
And every time I look at the London photos, I just look at like my outfits and I'm like, why?
Tragic.
Why?
The outfit I'm wearing in that picture that we just showed.
We have to redo it just to reclaim it, because
dude, I look like I'm like 6 months pregnant, expecting a child, like in the 90s. Like,
stop.
What?
I don't know what I look like. Like, I look like I raided Plato's Closet before I left. It was bad.
You did.
It was just bad. Yeah. But you know what? It was beautiful. It was great, and we had a great time.
Right.
And then we went back to our hostel, and it was now the middle of the trip, which meant Paris time.
It's time to go to Paris. So this one, I'm gonna chalk it up. It was my B.
No.
I planned it, but
I won't give
chalk it up to our wallet. So if we're gonna blame anybody, blame the wallet.
Right. I'm not even gonna fully blame it on you.
I did what I had with the budget that we had.
You did what you did with what you had.
Right. That's what I was trying to say.
Yep. Gotcha.
And so
listen.
If you transport from different countries,
yes,
the question is always plane, train, or bus.
Yep.
So I found like $15 tickets or like $10 tickets.
Yeah.
Bus tickets there and back. So I said,
because the train tickets were something like $70 or $80. That's a lot. Yeah. We're still in college. Okay. Right. That's the budget we're working with.
And the plane was about the same.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let's just take the bus. It seems like the easiest thing.
Right.
Wrong.
we first of all, let's start with this. Who gets on a plane or on a bus and they don't even know how long it's going to take?
We said, oh, that's like 3 hours tops.
Yeah, like it's like we're thinking like, oh yeah, it's like West Palm to Orlando. Like easy.
Yeah, easy.
Did we ever decide let's plug in Hostel 1 to Hostel 2?
No.
No, we never did that.
So we take our bags, deep on the cobblestone streets, and it was like an easy walk. There was no like transit there. Like we had to walk, or we could have Ubered if we used our brains. So we walked with our
miles,
2 carry-ons,
and a checked bag.
And a checked bag. So do down the road. We were a spectacle to be seen. Yep. And we finally make it to the bus station. Meanwhile, scared of pickpocket, attenzione, pickpocket. I was terrified of being pickpocketed because that's all everybody told us before we left.
And it was your mom buying you the fanny pack.
And I told her, why'd you waste your money? I'm not wearing that. Because I was so fashionable. Come on. So we finally, I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to take us. They're gonna
literally
sweating buckets. We had to like switch when we were going to take the check bag because our arms
sore.
We make it to the bus. This is a little foggy, but we make it to the bus. And I remember like something being wrong with the bus. Like there was like something wrong.
Yeah, I think either the AC wasn't working or something like that. There's like engine trouble, something of that sort.
So whatever. So that we forget about the trek it took us to get there. We get on the bus. Right. We're like, oh my God, it's our picture. We're so excited.
Hey. And then us just like, we got cute because we're like, okay, we're just going to
go straight.
Drop off our stuff and Paris it up. Because we were going to be in Paris for like literally 48 hours.
Yeah, basically. So we get there. Well, we had like checkpoints.
Before we get there.
Right.
Yeah.
We had checkpoints. Basically customs all over again.
Yeah.
Scary. Me as like, 20-year-old, they're like, why are you here? I'm like, I'm here with her. like, I don't know.
And they're like, what's your occupation? I'm a student. What are you studying? Graphic design?
Psychology. No, I think at that point it was occupational therapy, and they're like, what is that? I don't know.
I'm figuring it out. I'm in college.
But
then also we have to talk about how freaking cool. Like, I don't think we realized that we were underground at that point.
No, we didn't. No, we hadn't gone on the channel yet.
It wasn't the channel. We went the countryside.
And then we went in the channel, obviously, because there's no other way. But so the channel, if you don't know, the channel is Jennifer, you explain it because I'm not quite.
Well, I can't really explain what it's just like an underground like
Well, okay. I got it. I think I figured it out. It's a train. So the bus goes into the train, which we could have just paid for.
Right. The bus goes into the train. And the train goes through the channel.
The channel, which is like an underground tunnel that goes through the sea that I don't know what it is there. So.
Right. Some water.
There's a hair in my face. Got it.
So the bus goes into the train that goes in the channel. Right. And that's what moves everything. So what would happen is once the buses were in the train,
they had to turn off the bus.
Right. So we don't die. Right. Of carbon monoxide poisoning. And it was so cool though, because I'm like, wait, we're moving, but we're like not.
Right.
And if I find videos or something, I will definitely insert here. But we didn't really explore anything because we were focused on the way there.
We're like, we have to get there.
We have to go.
So we arrive. Again, we had to trek. This time we did take an Uber.
Yes.
I remember that. So
we did take an Uber this time.
Cobblestone Street going down. Some man walks up to me. Again, laser focus. I'm not getting pickpocketed. No way, Jose. Not on my watch. He's speaking to me in French.
We fancy.
Pulling out of my ass. I say, no parley, no parley. I don't know.
I was like,
French. She said, how do you know that? I said, I don't know, girl.
She ate that.
I don't know a lick of French, but somehow I pulled it. I said, no parley.
It's the Latin origins for me.
Girl, I don't even know where I got that. So we get into the Uber.
Period.
The Uber, ding, ding. Speed racer over here.
Literally, on the little streets of Paris.
In the little streets of Paris. And so we get to the hostel.
Rue de Jeunesse. I don't even remember.
I don't remember it. And you guys, this woman.
You guys.
Let's just in comparison.
We just came from a hostel experience, right?
Right.
That was grand.
Grand, bougie, luxe, if you will.
Clean. Very clean.
We get there. There's plastic chairs in the lobby. We're just like, what?
What's going on? What did we... Okay.
So we check in, and she's like, okay, your room is ready. We're like, obviously, because we're like way past schedule.
Right. We just need to drop our stuff off and leave.
And go. So we get in the room and we're like, oh my God, this is so lit. Like,
right. There's a bunk bed and a single bed.
Right.
We're like, oh, look at that. We get our own room.
So we go and we're like, this is so lit. But there was no, we asked her, like, oh, is there a place like we can lock up our luggage? Because you could do that. There was like a locker at the other place.
Right.
She said, no. So we said, okay.
Cool.
So we left it there. We like hid the like valuable belongings as best as we could. The MacBook that I slept with the whole time. So keep in mind, it was me, Jennifer, and my MacBook because I had to do school.
Right.
On that trip.
Yeah, she did.
So we go, we explore, we figure out Paris, we meet up with your friend. We had a grand old time.
It was fantastic.
We had like went out, like
we
really did live up Paris.
No, we went to the Louvre first.
No, that was another day.
No, because that outfit that we were wearing on the bus.
We went to the Louvre and then we met up with your friend and whatever.
Exactly. Right. And it was lit. We went to a little club that was like underground. It was like
I felt like I was like in the catacombs.
No, literally. And I'm like, oh my God, it's giving like movie. Like, I don't know.
Right.
And then we're like, let's go to the Eiffel Tower. So the three of us, we go
to the Eiffel Tower.
We go to the Eiffel Tower and literally we're like, we need champagne though. Like you can't watch the Eiffel Tower without champagne.
Come on.
So we're just walking around.
Right. I see my
around
cousins.
the perimeter.
I see my cousins. And they're like, they're just selling champagne on the side of the road. And we're like, okay, like, we'll take 2 bottles.
Right.
And they're like,
trying to,
they're like,
20 euro.
25. I said,
no.
I only have 5. I only have 10. And he said, no. So I'm like, okay, bye.
Right.
So then we walk away. His friend comes up to him. Literally, they're packing up to go home.
Right. Like it's closing time.
So his friend's like,
over.
bro, just give it to him. So he said, 5 euros for 2. And I said, here you go.
Very perfect.
So we take the euros. We take the bottles. We go. We're sitting down drinking champagne. We see Remy the Rat. It was very magical.
It was beautiful. The Eiffel Tower, no, like seeing it on a screen does not do it justice. Like that is like one of the things that I was just like, whoa. Like I'm looking at something I've only ever seen in movies and like on Google.
Right.
In real life.
Because Paris as a whole, Paris is like, honestly, in our humble opinion, very overrated.
It was meh.
It was very nasty, stinky, gross.
Very stinky.
So we're like,
but that was like a mega highlight.
Right. We were so underwhelmed at that point of like, this sucks.
Right.
And then we saw the Eiffel Tower and we're like, oh, this is gonna cool.
Right. It was kind of lit. You know what I just remembered? We missed everything in the beginning.
What?
AKA how we got to Paris starving. And then we realized
that
we had no money.
Guys. I'm so sorry.
We realized we're like,
well, we
could just go get food. Right. And then we realized.
Well, no, I knew that we had to convert our money. I thought it would be more simple. We're starving. We're starved.
And because that cute little bus ride was 6.5 hours long.
Yeah.
6. And we brought no snacks.
No. None. So we get there and we ask the stinky lady at this desk, hey, how do I convert these pounds into euros? And she said, oh, go this way, go that way, and then you're there. I said,
boom.
Buckets. Got it. We went this way, we went that way, and we're there. We weren't there.
No. Nothing
Again,
was there.
We don't speak French. We don't know common phrases.
Nothing. All we know is parlez-vous anglais?
Right. Parlez-vous? No.
Parlez-vous? No. We then meet I don't even know how we got to this random market.
Yeah.
How did we get there? Because
we went this way, we went that way, and we were there.
And then we were like, parlez-vous anglais? And then this girl was like, oh, oui.
She said, not me, her.
Got there. We go to the other person. Parlez-vous anglais? No.
We said,
okay, cool.
Money. And she said,
money.
So she points to this man, and the man's like,
right.
Oh,
come with
okay. Me. Yeah, come with me. Points. And we said, Okay.
This man could be kidnapping us, but also we're hungry. So
well, no, all he did was just point down the street, and we said, okay. So we get to a MoneyGram, and I'm thinking, they take money, so they should have money to like switch it out.
no.
So the MoneyGram people tell us,
Go to the little mart on the corner.
We said, been there.
No, the other little mart. He's like, I'll take you. He takes us to some random bodega that's selling just tchotchkes and I don't know what knickknacks. Right. We get in there, and then this guy's like, oh, yeah. Oh, you have to go to the bank or something like that. I don't even remember. We tried to go to the bank too, but the bank closed at 5. The ATM machines closed at 5 p.m. or something like that. And we're like, then we ended up in this bodega, and somehow we got the money exchanged.
No, not true. We went to the bank.
Wasn't that the bodega?
No, that was the MoneyGram. The MoneyGram took us, and the MoneyGram told us to go to the bank, and the ATM was closed, but then we knocked on the door, and this random man took us in, and then he was like, oh, here you go. Right. So we switched all of our money. We didn't leave one cent behind. And then we went to a cafe and we ate. Fast forward,
and we ate
Eiffel
like
Tower.
We didn't eat ever in our lives.
That food was not good.
No, but the souffle,
the creme brulee,
bust down.
So whatever.
Eiffel Tower, gorgeous, beautiful.
We lived a day. We're stinky, like, gross.
We need to go home and shower.
You can't. Sorry.
The showers close at 10 p.m.
What time is it?
Because in 1 in the morning. They close at 10 p.m. because it makes too much noise.
Right. We said, Okay.
And also, we get into our room, jump scare. There's a little girl.
Loud as fuck and we open the door. Hey, we can't find the light, so we're using our flashlight. And the girl wakes up like,
she just.
We're like,
there's a random little girl in the single bed.
Well, she wasn't little. Preface, she was like in high school,
middle school, high school, whatever. She's little to us.
And so we're like,
she's in the bed, and we're like, what? And I specifically remember we left all of our stuff on top of that bed.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh my God, that poor little thing had to move all of our crap from that bed. I'm so sorry. They never told us.
Added bonus. The beds were from like 1950 metal beds.
Oh. If you're laying down, take a deep breath. Literally, you could not. No. If you thought too hard, the bed was going to creak.
The bed was going to creak.
Like, literally needed some WD-40.
And of course, like,
all up on them joints.
We see this little girl, like, we're kind of tipsy. And of course, me and Jennifer get the giggles. Like,
we're cracking up.
Like, what the fuck is happening? What day did we just live?
It's been such a long day. We were on a bus.
Right.
We're running the streets of Paris looking for money. Then we're at a club.
Right.
Now we're watching the Eiffel Tower, drinking champagne.
Right.
Now we're coming home and we just want to shower and we can't. Like, there was so many things happening that we could not any longer.
So we were just like, whatever. So we went to bed. We wake up and no. Oh, no. We had a whole day the next day in Paris. We lived the whole day. We really didn't do much.
Right.
Besides, like, spend, like, an hour at the Seine River.
Yeah. I'm going to input one of our videos. We were just making trillers. Shout out to Triller. We made 12 trillers, and we're living our best lives. Like, did not care.
Right.
It was great.
So we did that, and whatever. So we get back. The girl is like leaving. We finally take a shower in the morning.
Yes, don't worry. We did have to go to bed. Stinky. But
So the next day, we're hungry. We had just eaten, and then we went back to take a nap.
Right.
And
it was like one of those naps.
Right.
It was like, deep.
Like, basically we went to sleep. And we woke up. It's like, what, like 9 o'clock?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm starving.
Literally.
Haven't eaten a croissant yet. I'm like, I need to go to a patisserie.
We have to.
And nothing's open. So we decide to go to Chestoni. We were walking by, and this cute little old man was
So cute.
standing outside of the restaurant. So like standing outside of the restaurant, so
empty,
sad,
somber.
So
we're
sad.
Like, oh, poor thing.
Oh, the restaurant's
and
empty.
We look,
like
it's
he
empty.
wants customers. So we go in.
Yeah.
He's so excited.
Yeah.
He's so excited. And so I'm like, oh my God, guys, we're such good people.
And leave it to us to want to eat pizza while we're in Paris.
Well, no, I didn't want to eat pizza. I wanted pasta. Always.
Right. But we wanted Italian food in Paris.
Well, no, we really didn't want anything. We were just walking by. It was right by our hostel. That sound good? Right.
Right.
So we walk in. I order carbonara. Jennifer orders a pizza. Because, again, picky eater.
If I have a picture, I will insert it.
Yuck.
First, you guys.
The food comes
No,
out.
describe, please.
The food comes out.
How did you order?
What?
When you were ordering it, she said,
Oh, so typically there's peas in a carbonara sometimes. So I said, oh, no petit pois. I said, no peas, please. Because he said he spoke English.
What?
And right, he said, and I said, peas. And he said,
what?
And I said, okay, no petit pois. Because that's how you say it in Spanish, if I were to say it correctly. Sometimes. And so
he was like,
okay. So the food comes. Girl.
Kale got pasta with a yolk.
Well, sometimes a carbonara comes out with the yolk on top. But it wasn't about the yolk. No, good ones do. It wasn't about the yolk. It was about the stench coming off of that pasta. He had given me chunks of ham that were like 3 days old. They had to have been because they stunk so bad.
It smelled horrible. Horrible.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be brave.
It's fine. We're going to get through it.
I mixed it. I said, it's fine. Put a lot of cheese on top. So bad.
No.
Sour. Gross.
Disgusting. Literally disgusting.
So then Jen eats her pizza. Go ahead.
It tastes like nothing. Like, it tastes like bread. And I'm like, I'm going to need a little sauce or something. Listen, I'm a ranch on pizza kind of girl. If you don't like that, you need help. Moving on. Right. I was just like, do you have like some oil, like something, like a sauce or whatever? He's like, oh, yes. I have oil. I'm like, okay, cool. So he brings out this chili oil. And I'm thinking, okay, like, no big deal. I put it on. Because instead of just trying a little bit, no. I decided to put it on the whole thing. Because I'm like, oh, I love chili oil. I go, grab a little bite. You guys, those chilies
from the flames of hell.
They had been fermenting since the Middle Ages. 100%.
Since the French Revolution.
I literally...
and so I said, stop it.
The taste, it touched the roof of my... And I literally was like, I can't...
I'm like, Jennifer, please, you're being so embarrassing. Like, it's probably not that bad. Being such a bitch to you.
Mind you, Kale doesn't do spice at all. Like, zero.
So I said, stop it. You're being such a baby. It's probably not that bad.
And if for me to say, like, oh my God, it's hot. Like, it's hot. And she's like, it's probably not even that bad. So she goes, again, to prove something to me. I don't know what.
I eat it.
Like, instant regret.
I said, where's the knife? Cut my tongue out. Like, oh my God.
So disgusting.
So Garçon, for real this time, tell him, yo, what the hell?
Wrap this up.
We could get you something else.
Nah.
I told him, I said, don't even bother.
No, 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 no. No.
So we left. No, Shestoni. He came out himself and said,
Right.
what do you want? I make you
What's
anything.
wrong?
I
What's
said,
wrong?
no.
I don't want anything
The
that comes out of
check.
that kitchen.
I want the check. That's all you can give me at this point,
I don't
sir.
want anything that comes out of that kitchen.
So we went, and then we went to this bar across the street. Well, because again, I'm trying to find a patisserie.
Right.
Doesn't exist, not open, whatever. And so we go to this place across the street because there's a cafe on every corner.
Literally.
And yeah, we got chicken fingers, and when I say fingers, I mean pinkies.
Literally, because I was like, "Do you have chicken nuggets or something?" And they were like,
"We have chicken." Yes.
And it was three, this literally the size of my fingers. Like, that's how big they were.
3 pinkies of chicken fingers.
Okay.
And
then we got chocolat chaud.
Chocolat chaud, which is hot
and it was
chocolate.
very good. Very
It
good.
was very good. We went to bed that night starving.
Did we decide to go? I think that night, was that the night that we tried the bakery right before bed? Just because we had lost all hope?
No,
we lost all hope.
We went to the bakery right in the morning.
No, we went there twice. We went there at night. Yeah, so we went there at night because we were so dejected, hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, literally, Paris, you've taken everything from me. Go ahead.
More.
I have nothing left to lose.
What more?
So we go, and they have like this cheese, ham and cheese, fromage, whatever, little pastry thing, and then they have croissants as well. And we're like, okay, let's try it. So we get it. Right, it's coming back.
It's coming back.
So we get it. We eat it. It's incredible. It's excellent. We're like
starving.
And we're like, let me get another one of these.
Right.
Another round of these.
Y'all got more?
Thank you. So we are chomping them up because we know that the next morning we're leaving. So we eat those. We're like, wow, that was amazing. Slay. So we go to bed and we're like, oh my God, we're definitely going to eat that. We know exactly what we're going to eat tomorrow.
Right.
Like, done deal.
Done.
So wake up in the morning.
Oh my
pack
God.
our bags. Right. Wake up in the morning, pack up our bags.
We go back to the vibe. We go back to the patisserie.
And Kale's like, okay, I'm gonna run in because I grabbed us a table out front.
Right.
And Kale's like, I'm gonna go run and get our stuff, and then we can
just
eat
sit out
here.
here with the bags.
Right. And I was like, okay, easy.
No.
I'm sitting here.
Rewind. We drop our bags in the catacombs, basically. It was like
yes.
We said, can we put our bags anywhere for you guys to hold it? She said, yeah. Go downstairs.
What?
We go to first freezing.
Yeah.
It looked like the catacombs, like skulls in the walls.
No, it was scary.
It was very
scary. Shout out to the Canadian guy. He took our
Canadian
luggage down.
took our luggage down because we're like, dunk, dunk, dunk.
Right. And he's like, do you need help? I don't know what a Canadian accent is. Do you need help with that?
And we said,
I don't know where he's from.
You're...
Thank you. So he took our stuff. Then we went to the bakery.
Right.
I'm sitting there swinging my little leg on the chair. I'm waiting. Then, out of nowhere, this French woman comes up to me. And I'm like, okay. And she has a little dog. And she just starts speaking to me in French.
We don't speak a lick.
Not one. She goes, I'm pointing at the door. And I'm like, what?
I'm seeing this interaction from inside. I'm like, and Jen's like,
I'm literally like, what?
What is she
I'm like,
doing?
No parley, français. She's like, oh, going. This woman, literally, you guys, takes a leash off her dog, gives it to me, and goes inside. What? And now I'm just watching a dog. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like,
I come outside and said, whose damn dog is that? She's like, the lady who's inside. I'm like,
she just dropped off the dog with me. So I'm literally sitting there, like, starting to eat, and I'm like, why am I watching this dog? Like, what's going on? And the woman comes back and she's like, oh, and grabs the dog and goes off. I'm like, we need to get out of here. Like, it's over.
So whatever. So we make the trek back to London. And we make it back. And guys, it felt so nice to be back in London after the debacle. Then we got lucky, and we made it back to our beautiful hostel, and they had given us a room all to ourselves. And we're like, God bless it. I love it. Thank you.
Love this place. Yeah.
Here's
Little
part
did
two.
we know. Yeah. Little did we know that would be the only good thing happening to us for the next 24 hours.
Right. This whole trip, like, if it seems long-winded, it's because it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, the next part of this story, if you need to
Remove
take
the
a
years.
break,
Yeah.
if you need to take a break, go get some water.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is it. Michael Jackson.
Ooh. This trip, this second half of the trip, really, it really tested our friendship that day. You were talking about it in the beginning of the episode, how we were like, guys, we've never fought. Honestly, if our friendship wasn't solidified like it was, we would not be friends today.
We would never speak to each other again.
There was actually one point that I thought I wanted to kill you.
Right, and there was one point I literally wanted to strangle you. I was like, she's not getting it. And she's like, it's fine. We were at wit's end with
we just
the situation.
Wanted to be home.
Right. I want to go home. That's it. Everybody knows, like, when you leave the trip, once you're done with the trip, you just want to be home.
Right. Like, once
so let's get into
time that you're like, there's just a certain point where you're like, anything that can happen right now, I just want to go home. Anything, the answer, I just want to go home. What do you want to eat? I just want to go home. What do you want to do? I just want to go home.
I don't care.
I don't care anymore.
So we enjoy our nice big room.
We were on high hopes. We thought we had hit a lucky streak. You know, that Paris had done us bad.
Right.
And we're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus. I think we had even sung a little prayer in that room that night.
100%. I probably have a clip of it, honestly. If I do, I'm inserting it. Yeah.
And then it's going to say, no clip found.
LOL. You guys.
Okay. So we had made a plan, you know, we're going to wake up at this time, blah, blah, blah. We're going to take the train. Because
our flight's at 11 a.m.
Right. The subway, the tube, whatever, was in the corner of our hostel. So we're like, you know what? Like, we're fine.
Easy slay.
We don't have to wake up super early because
no,
it's right there. And the train is going to take us directly to the airport.
Right. And the terminals that we specifically need.
Right.
Right.
So
we get up. We're, you know, chilling and vibing.
Whatever.
Like, we should go now. Yeah, we should go.
We should go. Whatever. Again.
Honestly, I feel like the second we crossed the threshold of the hostel, everything went downhill.
They said, beep, bop, gotcha. So again, duk, down the cobblestone streets, one check bag, 2 carry-ons. We're good on time.
Right.
We have like a solid 2 hours.
Yeah. No. It was like 3.
Yeah.
Because we left at like 7. Our flight's at like 11. So that's like 4-ish hours. Whatever. We're good on time. Time is good.
We get to the tube.
Mm-hmm.
So let me set the scene for you here. There's a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Platform.
Mm-hmm.
A little, like 3 steps.
Yep.
And then an escalator down.
Mm-hmm.
All the way down to the train.
Uh-huh.
So we asked, like, yo, y'all got an elevator? We got bags. They said, no.
Okay.
Cool.
Off to a good start.
So we like duk our bags down.
Yep.
Then I don't know how I did it the first time because I had the check bag and I had the carry-on.
Yep.
The second
would
little
flip-flop time from
the second little first of all, we're rushing because the train was getting there.
Right, and so we're like, oh, we actually have to get it going. So
I'm like, okay.
Speed racer with the one carry-on, and
Jennifer's
sprinting.
Gone. I have the check bag,
so I'm trying to secure the spot for us.
It was 4 little stairs. I go, I take the big bag, falls. I'm holding on to it for dear life. Takes me with it. I roll my ankle. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God.
Right. And I saw none of this.
Right. And I'm like, Jen!
And
this British man is like, you okay? And I was like,
right.
No. I am not. He helps me up. At this point, Jennifer's going down the escalator. She's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" I'm like,
"Where
what the
are
hell?
you?"
We finally
She didn't
get
look
down.
back.
The train
Right.
is gone. So we're
Yep.
like, okay, we're fine.
It's fine.
Everything's okay.
We'll get the next one.
It's okay.
No problem.
It's okay. We get on the train. The whole time,
Easy.
like,
We're like,
everybody's
okay.
rushing in, and like something's going on. Like, we heard like an announcement, but like we didn't quite. He's like, what are they saying? And I'm like, I don't know.
I have no idea.
We get on the train, and like we made one stop, and then they're like, boo boo boo, announcement. The Queen has decided that she wants to fix the lines today, so there will be no train to Heathrow Airport. On a Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday morning. Kayla and I are looking at each other like, what do you mean? And I'm like,
so
no,
they proceed to say, right, they proceed to say,
our train's going to make it.
The last stop will be this stop, and then there will be bus transportation to the airport.
What?
Okay.
We're in denial for the rest of the tube ride. We're like, no,
that's here. Morale is low. Morale is so low. But
and little did we know it would only get weaker.
Oh my God.
Only.
But we're still like, okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
We have to get on the bus and we should be fine. We're at 2 hours now? No.
Yeah.
No, 2
hours. We still have 2 hours left to get to the airport. Mind you, international flight.
So
we're pressing it on time. We're like, it's like 2:30. Yeah, like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
So we get to the bus. Now we're rocking with, it was like a 30-minute train.
Right. We got to the bus station though. We should have Ubered from the train station to the bus or just Ubered straight to the airport, but we didn't think about that. Right. No, we went straight to the bus station, and right when we got there, the bus was full. They didn't let us on. Right. So we had to wait for the next one, and it didn't come until 15 minutes later. I'm already panicking. Right. Okay?
And I'm like,
because
it's okay. It's okay.
And I'm like, no. You don't understand.
Right.
Because I'm you do not.
We're walking with an hour 30 at this point.
I'm like, Killian,
till boarding.
We're about to miss our international flight. Like, I don't think you're understanding.
It's okay. It's okay. We're fine. Just trying to keep morale high. I'm just trying to.
Right.
Like, it's okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, no. And I was just like, you're not getting it? And you saying that? It's not working right now.
It's fine.
She wasn't getting it.
The person, then there was this woman. The next bus comes. The woman's like fighting with this person because like the luggage wasn't fitting. Right. And she was like, what is going on? Nothing's working. This is ridiculous. Obviously, she's American.
Of course.
And we're like, bitch, shut up.
Stop. Everyone's annoyed here. You're not the only one. Right. Stop.
Just stop.
Don't be that person, please. So if you're traveling, don't ever be that person.
Now I'm mumbling and grumbling. I'm like, if this bitch tries to go before us, I'm gonna have to fight her. Right. I'm gonna have to fight her. So basically, we're like going in front of her, like trying to like not make sure that we get on the bus.
Absolutely. We already turned in our bags.
We get on the bus. We get on the bus. We sit in the first chair
because we want to get out.
We ask the bus driver, "Yo, how long?" He says, "Like 45 minutes." I'm rocking with an hour 30 right now.
You guys.
So then the bus drops us off.
Okay.
We had to take a train to our terminal. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Then
everything, we're just sprinting.
Right.
So many runs. If I had my thing on to tell me my step counter for the day, my God, it would say 30,000 steps in 2 hours.
At this point, we're like, okay, if we could just check in our bag, like, we are okay. It's okay.
You guys, we get to the American Airlines terminal.
There was no... Oh, we get to the American Airlines terminal.
And we
said,
see...
no, you have to go to British. You have to go to British Airways.
So we go over there. They say, no, you got to go American. Your next flight's American.
Cool.
Then by the time we went back to the American, the line for checking in your bag was literally going out the door.
And it wasn't like a person. You have to go to a kiosk. Because all
Yeah.
you have to do is they'll give you the tag so you can just
And
put it
drop
on
it off.
like an elevator conveyor belt, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's okay. So I do it. It's fine. It's dandy.
Easy.
Jennifer
And it
does
gets
hers.
my ticket. It's not working. Babe. It's not finding the tag, the luggage, none of that. Right. Then Kale goes to get an assistant.
I told her, yo, my friend needs help. My friend needs help.
And like, oh my God, be there right away.
Let me go get somebody. She goes and gets somebody, and then they're like, they forgot about me. So I'm like, yo, my friend right there needs your help. Okay. Takes her damn
to talk
time.
to her friend. Finally, by the time, we get the tag.
Right. Jeez. By the time they get there, Jennifer had figured it out already.
Right. I was like, y'all are useless. So get the tag, put it on the bag.
Perfect. All we have to do is put it on the conveyor belt and run.
And they're like, oh, you have to go in line. What?
For what?
My flight is literally about to leave.
They're like okay.
About to leave.
We'll just do it right here. I said, do what? I gotta go. They're like, oh, your exit interview. I said, I don't want. No, thank you. No thanks.
They're like, no, it's not. You have to do. It's mandatory.
Proceed to ask the most asinine questions.
What was your favorite color when you were 6? Like, why do you need to know that?
Where do you go to school? At that point, I was in between schools. So I was like,
right.
I go to UCF. No, I didn't.
Right.
Oh, what are you studying? Psychology. Okay. Where do you work? I'm a student. Oh, but do you have a job? Sure. I work at this place. Where's the address? You don't know where that shit is. Why am I going to tell you it's on Military Trail?
You don't even understand my zip code. I don't even understand your zip code.
Right.
Stop it. Huh? Stop. They're doing all this malarkey.
What's the name of the building? What's the name of the building you work at? What?
You don't know these things. You're not familiar with them.
Why do you care? Shut up. So I
want to go home.
After like the 10th question, I was like, ma'am, stop. I have to go. We're rocking with 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
We get to TSA. No.
Yep.
Lies. Mentira. We get to TSA. We get to TSA. We're rocking with 30 minutes.
There's 2 parts to TSA in there.
There was like a line, like doors.
These little like weird glass doors.
And then the real actual TSA. Like going through checking your bag. So we're rocking with 30 minutes. We're like, oh, it's okay. We're at TSA. It's like fine. It's going to be fine. The line was like Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Ear. So we're like, okay.
For the teacups.
Right.
Long, y'all.
Long. So we're in that line and we're just like freaking out. Hungry.
Woo.
Sweaty.
And we're just annoyed.
Angry.
So we're just super snippy with each other.
Right.
Super snappy at everything. Like everything.
Why did you want to wake up at that time? Why did you want to do that?
We should have done this or we should have done that. Oh. And so we're so just aggravated. And agitated while we're waiting in line. Then they're like, if you're wearing a jacket or a hoodie, you got to take it off, or a jumper, you got to remove it. And they come over to Kale and they're like, you need to remove that.
And I said, sir, if I take off this hoodie, I will be naked. Do you want to see me naked? Is that what you're saying? Are you trying to harass me?
Like, you can keep it on.
And I said, cool. Yeah. So then, like we said, it was like a glass store.
Yeah.
Jen goes first. This woman had skipped in front of me, wanted to beat her ass. She skips in front of me. She goes, she taps her thing, her boarding pass. She goes. It didn't close. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go through. Beep, 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 beep,
they saw her.
They saw me go through without checking it. They're like, they stopped the woman in front of me. They're like, do you know this woman? She's trying to illegally leave the country. I'm like, what? I've never met this woman in my life. They're like, and you know why? It's because we were both brown. She was my cousin.
What?
And they were like, you're trying to smuggle her across state, city, country lines, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, what? I don't know her. And I'm like, couldn't even tell you the initial to her name. I don't know her.
Throw a letter out. I'm
like,
still going to get it wrong.
Again, I don't have time. Bye. So again, we're going through. Then
you finally get to TSA, like the actual TSA.
So like where you have to put your bag up. We
your
put her
shoes
back.
and whatever.
Wear shoes.
Kales
whatever.
goes through. She picks it up. Ooh, mine taken aside.
At this point, y'all, they are boarding. They are boarding our plane.
Oh, facts. Easy.
And we still didn't even know where
our gate was. We had no idea.
Okay.
We finally go. I'm waiting for my bag, and there's a queue of bags that still need to be checked. And I'm like, this is it.
Yeah, because her bag, beep, 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 it went to the side. At this point, I'm like,
this is my 13th reason. No, literally.
Like, Jennifer, are you fucking kidding me?
So we go. We're waiting. They're taking their sweet, sweet time going through each bag, delicately, whatever. Right. And then there's this American couple in front of us, right before my bag. And they're arguing with the TSA agent. And finally, Kayla and I were just talking to each other, and we decided to be chismosas and listen to what's actually going on. Can you explain to me, why was homeboy carrying knives in his carry-on? Not only just knives, swords. Okay?
To tell the TSA agent, he's like, how did you get these in the country?
Come on.
He's like, well, they let me take them here, so I don't know why I can't take them back.
Well, in America, it's the same rules. In America, they let me go through, so I don't understand why. And the guy's like, yeah, it's the same rules.
In America, they shouldn't have let you do this.
No. And he's like, well,
I just don't understand. I got them here, so I can't. Why can't I just take them back? They let me take them here, so clearly I'm not a threat to security.
Arguing with the TSA agent.
I'm like,
for 5 minutes time back and forth.
Loud in the background, like, are you joking? Is this real life?
No, literally. And I'm like, sir, you have to move. Like, I need my bag. So,
like, we're telling the other guy, like, yo, our bag. So
we have to go now.
He opens the bag. And he takes the front pocket. He takes out the front pocket.
It was a half. It was a half full water bottle that I put in from Paris, and I forgot to take out. And I'm literally like, so you're actually kidding me. She unleashed on me.
Have never bugged out of my head. I said, are you joking, Jennifer? Why didn't you think about that?
And I'm literally like, I literally simply forgot. We're just beefing like the whole time.
I'm like, are you joking? How can you be so stupid? You know you can't take water bottles.
Literally berating me. And I'm like, it was a literal mistake. Calm down. Like, stop.
And like,
I'm like, we don't have time.
Right. We couldn't focus
on it. And I literally was like, we don't have time for this. Like, I don't care. So, I literally was like, I don't care right now. We gotta go.
Like, our flight's boarding. So we go. We're running. I'm like, I don't know. So we had to
At first, we're going chill. And then I'm like, no, I think we're going to have to like literally book it. And we just fly. When I tell you we are flying down, like the little people movers inside the airport, we're sprinting on those, okay? Because that's giving us a little extra boost.
And keep in mind, my legs are tiny. My legs are burning. Like, they have never burned before. Boom, boom, At one point, I remember being like, I don't need to go back home. Like, it's okay. I can take the next flight. And I was like, I got nowhere to be.
Coming.
I don't have anywhere to be. No. And so we go.
We get to the thing, the front, and I literally just started running in. She's like, you need to check in. And I'm like, this is my boarding pass. She's with me. Please don't close. Just wait for her. And they're like, oh my God, you guys are the last ones on the plane. We almost left without you.
Where have you been? Like, joking with us.
And I literally was like, don't even fucking start me right now. Like, I literally, don't start with me right now. I will punch you. Like, I just had the worst experience ever.
Right.
Stop it. So we finally get on the plane. You think this is it? Oh, we're getting on the plane. It's fine.
My carry-on handle. Seats. No, I'm going down. I'm trying to like put it down. It's not going down. They're like, oh, well, you're gonna have to check it, and that's not possible. So, and I'm like crying. I'm like, I don't even know what you mean. Like, I just want to sit down. Like, I'm so hungry. I'm so tired. She's like, okay, sweetie, okay. Like, I'll just put it. I'll put it in my my locker,
the flight attendant closet.
And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Okay, thank you. Literally get there.
We sit down.
2 middle seats.
We're both in middle seats. There's no service.
None.
So we have not texted our mothers to tell them, yeah, we made it to the airport. We're okay. Everything's fine. No.
Nope. No idea.
So, yeah, like
literally a whirlwind of a story,
dude.
of an experience.
So, nonetheless, when we touch down in America, I have never felt more proud
Right.
to be an American. Let me tell you
Literally.
what. Because, oh my God. There were so many things. We got to that airport. I felt like I wanted to cry. I was like,
I literally was ready to lick the ground. I was
land
so
of the
excited.
free, home of the brave, all of it.
Come on.
I was singing, I'm proud to be an American.
Listen. Hell yes, I am. Ow. Listen. There are so many reasons why being an American has its benefits.
Right.
Okay? Number one, let's list it, ladies and gentlemen. Air conditioning.
What?
Woo!
Why ain't y'all figured that out yet?
I think everywhere else in the world, like, y'all have some beef with the aircon. I don't know what it did
Y'all
with you.
really got to get on that. Central AC, figure it the fuck out. You're telling me y'all are running around with just windows open?
Windows blowing out hot air. Circulating just more warmth.
Ew.
No.
First of all.
Another thing we struggled, literally these one-stop shops.
Right. We needed sandals so that we didn't get like syphilis in our feet and for our shower shoes. And so I was like, okay, let me just go. There was like a CVS type store. Right. Like, they obviously have to have sandals. We go in there and they're like, no, you have to go to the sandal shop. And I said, you're joking. That's not real.
What? Right.
So nonetheless, very thankful for Target, one-stop shop. I love a place where I can get a sandwich, a couch, a TV, a book, school supplies, all in one place.
Yup.
And clothes.
One trip. Yeah.
What?
One trip. One trip
Listen,
wonder. That. No. I'm sorry.
Another
Remove
one.
that from me. Please.
Ice.
Ice, baby. What's with the beef? What's with the beef with the ice? Why are these
Why are you giving me a warm Coca-Cola?
Yuck. I want to burn my throat.
Oh my God.
And it can't happen with freaking ooh.
Another thing. Breakfast.
Come on.
Breakfast is not a pastry. That's dessert.
Right.
You're giving me a chocolate croissant for breakfast?
No.
Be for real. I need me a sandwich. I need me something. Like.
With substance, I need different categories. Right. You know what I mean?
Like, I want a pancake. I want a sandwich. I want eggs.
All of the things.
You go into a regular restaurant, they're like, oh yeah, we have coffee and we have pastries.
Pastries is a snack.
I'm hungry.
Okay? Listen. No. And that's going to last me, 20 minutes?
Right. If it ain't hot, it ain't breakfast. Sorry.
Bye. You know what else is incredible about America? And I love them so much with all of my heart? Paved streets. The paved streets.
Paved streets. You're telling why are they still in the 1800s? Pave them.
I don't get it.
Take those cobblestones out.
Please.
Grow up. Call it a day. Move on.
It's not that difficult, at all.
What?
Why?
Plus, in Paris, we have how am I supposed to? You can't. The walkability 0. Hurts my feet, my knees. I'm all discombobulated. Got scoliosis out here. Like what?
Trash.
Another one.
Yeah.
First of all, if you're not gonna give me service for free, at least give me a viable street sign that I can map quest that day and visually see.
Hello, is it really that difficult? Like, is it really that difficult?
Why is it on the side of a building in 2-point font?
please make it make sense. And here's the thing, I'm not expecting wayfinding systems to be in English, but that's
No,
the thing
it
about a
could be in
wayfinding
whatever.
system.
It could be
It
whatever
has to
language.
be the picture. I need to understand the picture.
Not
Pictures are
even that.
universal.
I need a pole and a line that says this way
This
street.
way. This way.
I need a street.
Oh yeah, if you make a right and a left and a right, you're on blah 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 blah. How am I gonna know that?
Right.
How am I gonna know
from
that?
Here. Clearly, you know I'm not from here. I'm American.
Literally, babe. No.
No.
And speaking of food again,
Oh,
again, problematic, whatever, but love me some sweet, sweet aspartame.
sweet aspartame. Ooh,
I
Coca
don't want to
Light.
cook. I don't want Coca Light.
Coca Light. Grow up. Aspartame.
Coca Light is still sugar. I don't want the sugar. I want the chemical.
I want aspartame.
Please.
Plus, I saw a recent TikTok that aspartame is not cancerous. What do you call it?
Cancerous. No, you were right. You got it.
Yeah, it's not a carcinogen. That's what I was looking for.
Oh.
The thing is, this is what the scientist said. She said that when they tested it on little baby rats. And they're like, that's not really conducive to a human. There's been no human testing on it. She's like, is it healthy? No. But is it going to kill you tomorrow? No.
It won't kill you tomorrow, but will it slowly chip away at your body over time? Absolutely.
Yeah, but so will me eating McDonald's every
100%.
day. So like
100%.
I'm going to get my McDonald's with my aspartame Diet Coke.
Right. It's a 2-for-1. And last but not least, the food options in the airport in America, unmatched.
You're going to give me every restaurant that exists in that region of the state. Delicious. In other airports, you literally you have to go high and low and down and wide.
No.
To find a croissant.
To get à manger. I don't want that.
I don't want it.
I want a sit-down restaurant in an airport. Yeah. Where is it?
Where is it? It doesn't exist.
Where's Chili's?
Where's Chili's? Where's your Chili's? Where's your? You could give me a cafe on every corner in the airport. Come on.
I don't want that.
Stop.
But yeah, we've definitely experienced some travel bangers and some travel hangers. If you will. Yeah. Period.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Thank you for coming on that journey with us, guys.
Yeah. A little tidbit, but yeah, all that to say,
it's a cornerstone of our relationship. That trip,
100%. But all that to say, all those trips that we took, definitely solidified like how we interact with one another on vacations and whatever. We know at some point we might get snippy. Right. It's not about you. It's not about me.
That's not me talking.
I want to go home. No, it's not me. You're not you when you're hungry.
I'm not you when I'm hungry. You need to really look outside that situation. Okay. Was that dumb that you had the water bottle in your bag? Maybe. Did she know it was there?
No. I didn't. And it's like, it would be one thing if it was like, in the moment you're frustrated and releasing it out.
Right.
Okay. That's normal. That's fine. It would be a completely different story if like, we're on the ride back home and she's still harping about it. Like, we're home now. This is this is it.
This is it, Michael Jackson. It's over. You're not going to
whatever happened, I don't care.
Right.
It's done. Whatever happened on the trip, I don't care. I'm home now.
Right.
This is what I want.
Right.
This was a problem.
Enjoy the aspartame and shut up. It's over. Get your ice Diet Coke and be quiet.
And like you'll be sipping it like a baby. Period. But those were fun. We'll definitely have
fun times,
more travel topics.
Absolutely.
Yeah. More travel topics in the future. If you guys have any fun travel topics or travel stories,
please share.
You would like to share? Do it.
Well, as we wrap up, it's my favorite time of the episode. Our current fixations. So, Jen, what is your current fixation of the week?
It's just this little thing that you do, that happens when you mix lemon, water, and sugar. It's called lemonade. Period.
She is a lemonade stand. She loves a good lemon.
I love a lemon. Anything.
Lemon anything. She's in it.
Lemon pasta. Lemon pastry. Lemon dessert.
Delicious.
I love it. Lemon bar.
Ooh.
Here.
I've never had a lemon bar.
Delicious.
Is it?
Delicious. Yes. Get into it.
I will.
What would you say your fixation of the week is for the week?
So I've had some people in town, and of course the novelty of Chicago isn't the Bean. It isn't it isn't Sears / Willis Tower. It isn't Michigan Avenue. It's the convenience store in my apartment building.
Period.
So me and my
love
cousin
her.
and my godmother have literally gone to the convenience store downstairs every day.
As you should. There's bangers down there.
There are
some bangers. Know, every time I go there, I'm there every day.
And you know what's funny is that we've gotten like new management and stuff, and he was like, this morning I went to go get breakfast because I didn't have any because somebody ate my last bagel. And
not
and
naming
so
names.
He was like, where's the dog? And I was like, you've never spoken to me before. Like, she's upstairs.
Hello.
And I moved on with my life. But yeah, a second one would definitely have to be corn on the cob. I haven't eaten it yet, but that's all I can think about.
No, it's coming.
And I promise I wouldn't talk about food again, but like corn on the cob. I need it. I want it.
There's a disclaimer in every episode. No, she's getting it.
Right.
Corn on the cob from Chili's.
I can't get Chili's. Why would you bring that up? You really hurt me.
I'm sorry. Well, okay, to get your mind off of it.
Right.
What is always on your mind in terms of music?
Ooh, música. Definitely would have to be Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo.
Slay.
It's just like, the song.
It's a slay.
It hits right here.
Listen, she's
a lyricist.
That's what I'm going to tell you. Her album? That's a slay. Like, if you haven't re-listened to it, re-listen to it.
Right. You need to get into it.
PSA to the people.
Right.
Listen to Olivia Rodrigo.
Right. That happened 3 years ago. We're just figuring it out now.
Right.
Right. So, Jen,
best things happen.
What is your song fixation?
Well, you know, as I'm still on my Love Island kick, Love Island has the best music ever.
Yeah.
And I love listening to Love Island adjacent music. So randomly I found 21 Reasons with Ella Henderson.
Okay.
She was on repeat. If you want to feel
I will check her out.
In Ibiza and you're standing on a cabana.
Okay.
And
standing on the cabana?
No, sitting in the bed in the cabana.
Okay.
There you go. I should have,
I'm like better. On the roof.
Yeah. I mean, hey, how turnt are you? Either way. Standing on the daybed, drinking some champers, maybe throwing the champers. I don't like champagne showers, but hey, everybody enjoy. Listen to that and you will feel transported there.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Love it.
Do recommend.
So yeah, definitely.
Live, love.
After this episode, you guys should check out those songs. Yeah. So we really have nothing else for you today.
No.
Like, we love ya. We missed you all week long.
So much.
Make sure that you're keeping up the engagement, liking posts.
Like the post. Watch the podcast. Listen
Share
to
with your friends. Interact with our posts. Tell us you love us. Tell us you miss us. We love to hear it.
We
love you.
Besties, follow us on all of our socials at On Call Besties.
Instagram.
And follow us.
YouTube.
Facebook.
All the things.
TikTok. Yeah.
All the things.
Something. Follow us. Follow at
On Call Besties.
And also follow at Jen Chalk
and at Kayleann_Dominguez.
So I will put them on the screen. And thanks for being on call with us.
Oh my gosh, guys. Illy,
love you. We gotta go.
Bye.